How the United States and Israel launched attacks on Iran. The President of the United States, Donald Trump, described the strikes as a major operation and called on the Iranian government to abandon its weapons. Earlier, Israel's defense minister announced that Israel had launched an attack on Iran, as explosions were heard across the country. This comes after weeks of mutual threats and efforts to reach an agreement over Iran's nuclear program. Here is what we know. What happened in Iran? Shortly after 9:30 p.m. Iran time, media outlets in Tehran reported hearing explosions in the capital. The BBC showed smoke rising above Jamahiri Square and Hassanabaz Square. There were also reports of explosions in other cities, including Isfahan, Qom, Karaj, and Kermanshah. It is still unclear what damage the attacks have caused. Iran's Tasnim news agency said that the country's airspace was closed from the moment the attacks began. Trump described the situation as significant and ongoing. How did Iran respond? Israel said it had detected that Iran fired missiles toward its territory, adding that it was working to intercept them and to strike locations it considers threats. Explosions were clearly heard in the Israeli city of Haifa and other parts of the country, though it is unclear whether the missiles struck the cities or whether the sounds were from interception efforts. In the Middle East, Bahrain's state news agency reported that a missile attack targeted the headquarters of the U.S. Navy's Fifth Fleet in the country. This followed a statement from Bahrain's Interior Ministry saying that emergency sirens had been activated and urging residents to remain calm but move to the nearest shelters. Qatar's Ministry of Defense said it had successfully thwarted attacks intended against it, according to state media, after explosions were heard in Doha, the capital. Qatar hosts the U.S. Udeid Air Base, the largest American military base in the Middle East. Israelis were warned against gathering in large groups and advised not to attend schools or workplaces unless necessary. Authorities said these restrictions would remain in effect until 8 p.m. on Monday. Israeli media also reported that flights had been suspended across the country, and transportation services in some areas were halted. Several major international airlines suspended operations in parts of the Middle East. Germany's Lufthansa said it had suspended flights to Dubai in the United Arab Emirates over the weekend, as well as to major cities in Israel, Lebanon, and Oman until March 7. Wizz Air also suspended flights to Israel, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and Amman, Jordan until March 7. Virgin Atlantic announced it would temporarily avoid Iraqi airspace and cancelled its Saturday flight from London to Dubai. Kuwait's Civil Aviation Authority said it would suspend all flights to Iran until further notice. Other regional countries, including Iraq and Jordan, also closed their airspace. The United Arab Emirates said it had temporarily closed part of its airspace as a precaution, according to state media.